I have a question for you. Do you ever feel like when you speak, when you have something important to say, people just don't take you seriously? Especially when you're trying to sell something? You pitch your product, your service, your idea, and instead of interest, you get indifference. If that sounds familiar, don't worry. You're not alone. The vast majority of people struggle with this, but here's the good news. Selling is a skill, and just like any other skill, it can be learned. In today's video, we're diving deep into the psychology of selling, the strategies, techniques, and mindset shifts you need to close more deals and command attention whenever you speak. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how to make people listen, take you seriously, and say yes to your offers, all in an ethical way. But here's the catch. If you don't develop this skill, life will be stuck on hard mode. You'll constantly struggle to get what you want, whether it's in business, relationships, or everyday conversations. So stick around until the end, because this might just be the most important skill you ever learn. Let's get into it. Now, let's talk about the psychology of selling and how to get someone to take action. One of the most important lessons in sales is this. Never tell someone what to do. If you want someone to buy, let's say, your product, you have to make it their idea. Think about it. Nobody likes being told what to do. If you walk into a sales meeting and say, "Hey, buy my product because we're the best on the market," their immediate reaction? "Yeah, now I definitely won't buy it." They won't believe you. They'll feel like you're pushing an agenda, and worst of all, they'll see you as just another salesperson trying to make a quick buck. Instead, you want to do the complete opposite. The decision to buy must feel like it came from them. But how do you do this? First, you need to figure out what action you want the customer to take. Then, instead of telling them directly, you plant that action like a seed was planted in their mind. And during your conversation, you water it, nurture it, until it grows into a big, beautiful flower that naturally leads to a sale. Let's make this clearer with an example. Imagine you own a Laswakmanin software company that provides MySwide, a management system for yoga studios, helping them handle customer bookings, scheduling, and admin tasks. The problem? Most yoga studios still manage everything manually using Excel. Your solution? Automate everything with software. Now, here's the mistake most salespeople make. They walk into the meeting and say, "Hey, you should buy my product because you're wasting so much time doing admin work." What happens? The customer resists. Even if they are wasting time, they don't want to be told that. Instead, I plant the idea in their mind by asking the right guiding questions. So instead of immediately pitching, say something like, "Hey, I've noticed that a lot of yoga studios use Excel to manage their members, and I imagine that takes a lot of time. I'm just curious, how do you currently manage your customers?" Now they'll start thinking about it. They might respond with something like, "Yeah, I actually do use Excel right now. I have to manually import all my customers, and honestly, it's a huge pain." Boom. Now, they are the ones acknowledging the problem, and once they say it out loud, it becomes real marwan to them. Now, you've created the perfect opportunity to introduce your solution, but not by selling, by guiding them to their own conclusion. So, do you see what we're doing here? We're asking a key guiding question. Something simple like, "How exactly are you handling all of your customers right now?" And then they start talking about Excel and how much time it takes. But do you notice something? I haven't even mentioned my product yet. I'm not jumping in with, "Oh, you're using Excel? Well, let me tell you about my software." No, instead, I'm letting them talk about their own situation. I'm understanding their problem, and then I follow up with something like, "Okay, I see, but why is that such a big problem for you?" At this stage, I'm not giving them a solution yet. I'm simply asking smart questions to uncover their pain points, the problems with their current situation. Now, obviously, my goal is to sell my software. But before I can do that, I have to water and nurture the plant before I can harvest the fruit. The two emotions that drive sales, pain, and pleasure. Before people make a decision, they need to be emotionally invested. And the two biggest emotions that drive people to buy are pain, the discomfort they feel when something isn't working. Think about it. When you break an arm, you'll gladly pay a doctor to fix it. Pleasure, the happiness or relief they feel when a problem disappears. People spend money to avoid stress and live a better life. If you leverage techie pain and pleasure, selling becomes now so much easier. Continuing the conversation. So we've now identified that they use Excel and we know it's an issue for them. Now we keep guiding the conversation with more questions to keep watering the plant. Why exactly is that a problem for you? How many hours a week are you spending on this? They might answer, "Oh, I'm spending about almost 8 hours every week just managing this." Then we dig deeper. "Well, why haven't you gotten this problem fixed yet?" And they might say, "I've tried different software, but I just don't have the time to learn it. It all feels too confusing." Now, we're uncovering even more pain. We keep asking, What other software have you tried? Why exactly didn't it work out for you? And as they answer, they go into more detail. I still about everything that hasn't worked. At this point, we've made them fully aware of their pain, a pain they might not have even realized why no mind before this conversation. Now we shift to pleasure. Once they've talked about their struggles, we flip the script and focus on what they want instead. So we ask, in an ideal world, what would you like to happen? Now they start visualizing a solution. They might say, if I had a software that could handle everything automatically, I'd gladly pay for that. Now, they've told you exactly what they want. At this point, you'd position your product as the perfect solution, but without sounding pushy. You say, it seems like you have a problem here and you also have a clear idea of what you want. I think I might be able to help you. Do you mind if I share a little bit of what I do with you? And guess what? They'll say, yeah, go ahead. I'm curious to see what you've got. Why are they now open to listening? Because you didn't force about anything on them. Instead, you made them realize their own problem, identify what they want, and emotionally invest in the idea of a solution. Now, not the site, it's their idea to fix the problem. And because they feel like they discovered this on their own, they'll be way more open to your offer. The difference between this and the usual sales pitch. Compare this to the eat pushy sales approach. Hey, I have this product and it's the best. You should buy it. That kind of pitch makes people defensive because it feels like you're forcing something on them. But by using guiding questions, you've made them come to their own conclusion that they need help. And now they're ready to listen. Final thoughts. Are you with me here? Hopefully this gives you a more powerful new perspective on selling. If you apply this, I guarantee you'll start seeing a difference in your conversations. And remember, this isn't just about business. This is a life skill. Being able to convince people in an ethical way will open doors and also in every area of life. If this video was valuable for you, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and leave a comment with your thoughts. Until next time, I wish you all a fantastic day.